How are you doing today?
Fine, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First and foremost, what is your name? What is your family name and history as a part of Dixie?
My name is Horace Conley. My parents were Mary and Reverend Cato Conley C.
Okay, and how are they their history a part of Dixie?
Well, for starters, I'm gonna start with my mother's side first.
Yes, sir.
Her brother, name was T.R. Perry. He had a store here in Dixie on East Street.
Yes, sir.
They called Perry's Place. They had a grocery store and a cafe. Men worked in there like his son J.T. Perry and Mr. Robert Dale Hammond.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Worked in
sir.
there too.
I've heard about T.R. Perry grocery store.
That's right.
Good history.
This vacant lot here on this side of the church by St. Stephen. I mean, vacant lot. That's where the place used to be located.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Grocery
sir.
store and a cafe.
Yes, sir.
It's called Perry's Place.
Perry.
That was my mother's maiden name before she married my dad.
Yes, sir. And your father is who?
Reverend Cato Conley Sr.
Okay. Yes, sir. And how is his history connected with Dixie?
Well, he was something like a community activist in the neighborhood. Continued town hall meetings, the mayor's office. At that time, the mayor of North Little Rock was named Casey Langman. You familiar with Langman Library?
Yes, sir.
Well, that mayor the one that named this park after my dad in 1965.
Yes, sir.
My dad had passed in 1963. If you look behind you momentarily, you see all that space. There used to be nothing but trees and woods.
Yes, sir.
Men in Dixie used to hunt rabbits over there in that park right there.
Yes, sir.
Up until 1965, and that's when the mayor of Little Rock and others came together, tore all those trees and bushes down and made it a park area.
Yes, sir.
Then later on, the mayor of North Little Rock named it after my dad.
The mayor of Little Rock named it
North
after
Little Rock.
Mayor of North Little Rock.
Casey
named
Langman named that park after my dad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Conley Park.
Yes, sir. And
1965.
yes, sir. Most people call it the C Street Park. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if you have a particular part of history that belongs to Dixie as well, would you like to share that also? Where do you live now in Dixie?
I would always start with my mama's premises. Her people, like I say, Perry's Place.
Yes, sir.
My mother's family.
And then your father.
Like my mother, her brother had a grocery store and a cafe here in this neighborhood.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And my dad's brother, he had a place on G Street. If you familiar with G Street in Dixie?
Yes,
in the 800 block?
Yes, sir.
My dad's brother's name was Rufus Conley Sr.
Okay. Rufus Conley Sr.?
Rufus Conley Sr.
Okay. And he had a...
As a kid, I used to go in and out of the store and get potato chips, pop, chocolate pop.
Okay.
You know?
Yes,
Because
sir.
I couldn't go in the cafe. Uncle them always gave me, come in the door,
Yes, sir.
and would bag up cookies and chips and pop and send you right on that one. You couldn't go on the grown folks' side. That was the cafe side.
Yes, sir.
So, my memories there, after my dad had passed, I'd always go to my uncle's. I had another uncle stayed on I Street out here.
Okay.
You know in the block where the Burtons stayed?
That's the 900 block.
Or would it be 10?
It's the 900?
Well, my uncle's name, dad's brother name was Joe Conley.
Okay.
Stayed down there that area.
Okay.
Growing up as a kid, yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir. Now,
Back in those times, now listen,
Yes,
I couldn't
sir.
get too far off the street because there were the rules and regulations back then when you growing up.
All right.
You had to stay in range of where you
Okay. Yes, sir.
You were accompanied by an adult or something
Yes, sir. You had to be accompanied by an adult.
at that time.
Yes,
be
sir.
out of range.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What is your fondest or greatest memory of Dixie?
Well, mine would probably be with family and acquaintances, guys I went to school with, people like that.
Okay. Did you grow up with a lot of people in Dixie and went to school with them?
I'm most familiar with most last names, like the Turners, Adolph, we called him Tiny Turner. I knew you. They was do baseball though, because
Yes,
they did a lot of baseball. Back in the day, this time they be setting up now to have a game going on.
Okay.
After dark. Used to.
Okay.
I would like to see that come back, really. When
Right.
they open the park back up, put the night lights on. We play baseball sometime 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Yes,
And
sir.
it's something, yeah.
Yes, sir.
I was the first baseman on the baseball team.
Okay. Okay. All right.
All right.
And can you tell us anything in relation to, like you say, you gave us some things about growing up. What are some things that you did growing up here in Dixie? What could you all do in Dixie to have fun as a
I
child?
just named one. I was a member. I was athletic. That basketball diamond there, baby, it used to be full at this time. We played baseball to dark. I'm saying guys from all streets in Dixie would gather up here.
Yes, sir.
Play basketball, and in the summertime we had our baseball game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's right.
And so that was most of the fun that you all had was those games, those baseball games. Can you remember the name of the baseball team?
The Dodgers. We would call it Dixie Dodgers.
The Dixie Dodgers. Okay. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Okay, and then growing up, my younger brothers, they all deceased. I was one of 6 brothers.
Okay.
And I'm the last one.
Okay.
So anyway, this school right here, I don't know whether you're aware of that. It's called Redwood now.
Okay.
It used to be called Carter D. Woodson.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, we formulated a team, a basketball team. They were called the Woodson Dragons.
Okay.
We had uniforms, basketball jackets, and all that. And the name of the team was the Woodson Dragons. This was in the late 60s.
The Woodson
Dragons.
Okay, and that was from Carter G. Wilson. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A lot of great history. What kind of community would you say Dixie is and why?
Well, I would say it is a united community.
Okay.
Number one, because a lot of people came from here were kind of united in their ways. They were all connected in socialization and association. Back then now, I'm talking about back then. I'm not saying how it is now.
Yes, sir.
You gotta laugh at it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But back then, coming up in the 60s, 70s, and 80s like that, it was a connected community. There was no one that didn't know the other. Only thing you had to do is ask the person what their last name were. Gotcha.
And gotcha. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But a lot of old heads, they were all bad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's not too many people left around here now. And I'm 70 years old. There ain't too many.
Then left.
No.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I laugh about it because I'm only 40, and I remember so much of that unity that you talk about. And even today, it's spaces. It's where we unify.
Yeah,
but
I have children your age.
Yes, sir.
What school did you go to in North?
North Little Rock High.
On Main Street.
Yes, sir. Where Old Main used to be.
Yeah, most of my kids went to up here.
Scipio A. Jones.
Katie, Jermaine, Kenya, Erica.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, I miss those days as well. To be quite honest with you, what would you like to see a new Dixie? And if you would, what would that look like to you?
Well, it would look like a community of love, and people bring back some of that 1960s and 70s stuff.
Yes, sir.
Okay, church-related things, I would like to see that on a more upgrade level.
Okay.
Because one thing people don't, in a generational way, they don't take children. Like a Sunday school, Bible study, build a church up.
Yes,
you got to have a church space, baby.
Yes, sir.
Family and church are the base of any community, whether it be Dixie or wherever you go.
Yes, sir.
Family and church, you got to have them two connected.
Okay. Yes,
And the
sir.
school system.
Yes, sir.
They have to be united.
Yes, sir.
Right now today, that is a must.
Yes, sir.
In order to verify and progress in society.
Yes, sir.
To raise your children to be good citizens of the community,
Yes, sir.
you got to start at them places.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Make sure you put up exclamation point behind those things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you name 5 excellent individuals from Dixie, past or present? 5 excellent individuals.
What could I do with my family? That's
Yes,
5.
you can do anyone.
Okay, I did with my dad, my mom, my sisters, my brother.
Now, can we get names?
Yeah, I just named
We know
my
the
mother's
Perry.
name was Mary Conley.
Yes, sir.
My daddy's name Reverend Cato Conley.
Yes, sir.
cousin named Rufus Conley Jr.
Yes, sir.
Brother named Cato Conley Jr.
Yes, sir.
Another brother named Joe Charles Conley. Then that share and all. I can go on and on.
Yes, sir. Well, we thank you so much for sharing your time and sharing your
Hope you
your
have
history.
a bright fruit.
Greetings.
Hello, Candace.
How are you
I'm
today?
fine. How are you?
I am well. I am well. It is 100 years for Dixie, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What is your fondest memory or
My fondest
recollection of
memory
Dixie?
in Dixie was when the park used to be lit up for the baseball teams.
Okay.
They had baseball teams. The lights would be on. Families would be out there with their kids watching the games. The park was always just packed whenever there was a baseball game. And that was it was just fun, just good family fun. Another thing that was fun for me, I don't know if you all remember Mr. Buddy's bus. Mr. Buddy had an old blue bus that he would take the senior choir to different churches at St. Stephen's. And when we spent the night with my grandparents, we had to go to church. Baby, we couldn't wait to get up on that Sunday, get on Mr. Buddy's bus, and Miss Judah Hall and Mr. Oldcross and all of them would have their little spit cups by their seats on the bus. And that just used to tickle me and my brothers to see all of them spitting. But they would be everywhere on Mr. Buddy's bus. And, you know, it was just fun all the time to see family. Dixie was about family.
Yes, ma'am.
My fondest memory really was the ride on the bus. That was it. But the baseball games was a plus too.
Yes, ma'am.
But anytime I came to Dixie, it was always fun.
Yes, ma'am.
Because Dixie was family oriented. And everybody knew your name. They knew your parents. They knew everybody. And look like every time I would come to Dixie, it's just always fun.
Yes, ma'am.
And love.
Yes, ma'am. So who is your family? What is your name? What's your family history as it relates to Dixie?
I have two sets. My mother's family was out here, Jimmy and Gussie Lipkin. They lived 913 G Street in the little red paper house.
Okay.
That was my mother's mother and father. My father's parents was the late Reverend Cato Conley Sr. and Miss Mary Perry Conley. Those were my grandparents. My mother had a sister out here, Miss Modine Rosby. She lived on H Street in Dixie. So that was my family out here.
And what is your name? Who and what help?
My name is Bernadette, and my grandfather was Cato Conley Sr., as I said. Conley Park was named after my grandfather. My grandfather, from what I understand, was instrumental in bringing indoor plumbing to Dixie, getting the streets paved in Dixie, getting lights on in Dixie. Dixie originally was just a dark neighborhood. My grandfather, I think I'm a lot like my grandfather. I understand that he would go down to Casey Lehman's office and tell him what Dixie needed, just like me sometimes with no appointments or nothing, just go down there. And he would tell him what Dixie needed. And I think to get my grandfather out of his hair, he went ahead and he did that. Because I can remember using the outdoor toilets. I used to love the outdoor toilets, and my brothers would get mad at me because every time we come to my grandma's house, I wanted to go outside and use that outdoor toilet. Well, when one person went to the bathroom, everybody had to go to the bathroom.
Yes,
so he was instrumental in doing that, and I'm really glad that they decided to name a park after him. I was only 6 years old, when that happened.
Right.
I can kind of remember a little excitement about it, but not a whole lot about it.
Yeah.
But I think Casey Lehman had told him that park would be there, for as he was concerned, for the next 99 years. And when they said that back then, that just meant forever.
Yes.
So that's.
You said you were 6, so about what year would you say the Conley Park was?
I'm going to say 65,
Okay.
probably around 1965.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. And what kind of community, you've already shared with us some things, but what kind of community would you say that Dixie is and why?
Dixie is a family-oriented neighborhood, number one. Everybody in Dixie know everybody. It's always love. One thing I noticed about Dixie was they had everything out here you needed. You needed a plumber, you got it. You needed a bricklayer, you got it. Matter of fact, Mr. Keener added rooms onto our house back then.
Yes.
And I want to say Mr. Buddy Martin, my daddy used him a lot. So one thing about Dixie, they didn't have to venture out.
Yes.
To get stuff done, because back then people just didn't want to come in, or we was going through all of this segregated racist stuff.
Right.
So Dixie was a jack of all trades.
Yes.
There were stores, grocery stores. Matter of fact, there was a store almost on every corner.
Yes.
My Uncle Bob ran tiaras on East Street.
Okay.
That was the happening back then. People would
Okay,
dress
I've
up
heard.
and
Yes.
get ready to go to tiaras. So Dixie is a family-oriented
Yes, ma'am.
community.
Yes.
And that's why I feel like it needs to be recognized. This is family.
Yes, ma'am.
And even if you meet someone from Dixie from somewhere else, that's still your family.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, I practically knew somebody on every block.
Right.
I couldn't come out here and, cut up or growing up because Miss somebody gonna see me and say, Bernadette, I don't think your mama didn't want you out here doing that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So I don't know how the city of North Little Rock feel about Dixie,
Right.
but this is love.
Right.
This is nothing but love.
Right.
That's
Right.
all it is.
Yeah.
When you cross that railroad track, you at one time you used to come in Dixie. When you cross that railroad track, you just keep your hand out, cause every street you go up, you're waving to somebody. So just keep your arm out the window.
Yes.
It was nothing but love.
Yes. Yes.
That's
yes,
what
yes.
Dixie is to me.
I can dig it. I can dig it. What would you like to see when it comes to Dixie? Is there a new Dixie? Is there a renovation for Dixie? What would you like to
that's
see?
what I'm seeing. Right now we have so many vacant lots out here.
Yes, ma'am.
And what I would like to see done is what's done in all the other parts of towns. You hear them say they revitalize this neighborhood with grant money, this neighborhood with grant money. Okay, bring some of that grant money down here. This is a family-oriented neighborhood. Why can't you build some houses down here?
Yes.
Why can't we get some better equipment in the park?
Yes.
Why can't Dixie, y'all fix this Redwood Tunnel to stop bringing this water in? And Dixie, that's what I want to see.
Yes, ma'am.
Dixie is, Dixie has taxpayers.
Yes, ma'am.
We pay taxes.
Yes.
So Dixie deserves the same thing that they have in Lakewood or Miller's Crossing.
Yes.
Or whatever.
Yes.
Because for as I'm concerned, and this is a gated community to us. It's gated.
Yes.
It is. So I would like to see them come down here. We shouldn't have to beg and scrap and go to City Hall and ask money for the neighborhood. It should already automatically be included. If you spend some money in Barron Cross, or spend the same money in Dixie.
I can agree.
And I sometimes think people fear us back here because there is so much love and power.
Right.
It's here.
Right.
It is here. I want to see a new Dixie. I may be dead and gone. I don't ever want it to be that Dixie is gone.
Right.
How can you take something that started in the 20s
Hundreds.
and just because you see something that you can redevelop it or an eminent domain and to get these people out of where they live? This is some of these people's homes.
Right.
And there are people right here in Dixie that make 6 figures.
Yes.
They'll say low income. It's low income in Lakewood.
Yeah, I can agree. Yes.
It's people out here that have gone to college and got degrees.
Yes.
There are people out here that had trades. So I feel like we're a gated community too.
I can dig that.
So
Gated
yes,
by the
I have a
railroad.
vision for a new Dixie.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Do you see that happening? I know you said maybe not in your lifetime. If there was a progress, what would you say would need to be first?
The drainage system. Stop
Okay.
the flooding.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I don't care what you renovate or what you rebuild.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
the floods come in, it's gonna demolish it. So my first thing would be get the flooding system fixed.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you can start your new progress with Dixie, bringing in new homes. And sometimes it takes people that have left Dixie and came back.
Yes.
If your people still have some property, come back and build a house on that property.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
There's nothing about Dixie I'm afraid of. People say, I come down here at 10 o'clock at night and walk the street and feel safe.
Yes, ma'am.
There are a lot of new people out here that I don't know.
Right.
But because of what Dixie was and what I know it is, I don't have a fear.
All right. That's all right. That's right. Can you name 5 excellent individuals from Dixie, past or present?
Yes, I can. I am going to start with Miss Maggie Rose.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Maggie Rose was a pillar in Dixie. Did you hear what I said? Miss Maggie Rose was a pillar in Dixie. Miss Maggie Rose loved Dixie. I have great respect for the pastors that have been out here. St. Stephen's Church, Reverend McComb. It was power out here. I look at Earl Bryant. Earl Jr. Bryant, to me, he took a step and opened up a grocery store out here. See, those were your pillars back then. I still look at Mr. Keener. Mr. Keener was crafty with building. Those are people that stick out in my mind. Mr. Old Cross, Mr. Tyson Walker. Miss Julie. Those were your pillars. Reverend Butler. See, I can keep on going
Yes,
back.
ma'am.
The Allen family was a big family out here. The Conley family was a big family. The Stovalls was a big family.
Yes, ma'am.
Dixie had big, back then they was having 12 and 13 children.
Yes.
They was
yes.
having.
That was making
So
sure.
yeah, those were the pillars, you know, that I can go back and think about. And really, I know everybody ought to remember Mr. Old Cross. He was one of the deacons at the church. Your grandmother, Miss Turner, Jabo's mama.
Yeah, Modena.
Miss Modine, yes, she was.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, I can name you more than 5. It was some power hitters out here.
Now, we have shared various businesses, as you said, self-sustained, self-sufficient,
That's right.
and self-made
That's right.
city that we
Out
are
here,
standing
if
in.
Mr. So-and-so went fishing when I was coming up and he brought back a big batch, he coming down the street sharing them.
All right.
Sharing them.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what it was about.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's what I was going to ask. Could you share any? I know you said your father has worked with Brother Martin and just other people. If you could, before we exit this interview, anything that you would like to share about Dixie, the progress, where the future of it, what the future generation can do, what the older generation can do to possibly bridge a gap, to possibly bring a better, and not even a better, because it's been better. We know that. We know that it's been better. A new Dixie. What would you say
What's going to have to happen? Our younger people in Dixie are going to have to come on board.
Yes, ma'am.
Even if it takes forming a coalition to get things done yourself, and that's what it's going to take. If the outsiders don't want to come in, it's going to take us doing it ourselves. Our younger people are going to have to start being more aware of what's going on in the city, with your politics, with your neighborhoods, because our younger people, you all are going to have to be the one to keep carrying it.
Yes,
we're getting older. Dixie was an upstanding community.
Right.
So we want to keep that. And there are people here from Dixie that have gone to college, gotten degrees, so they're going to have to come back and do just what you're doing. They're going to have to start, get a vision of what they want, and then you got to take it downtown, and then you don't stop.
Yes.
So it's going to take the younger ones, and the younger people are going to have to learn to take constructive criticism from the older people.
Yes.
The older people here in Dixie, sometimes stop by and talk to them. They have wisdom for you young people. They can tell you all some things, because the Bible says the old is going to have to teach the young. So the younger people out here in Dixie, even if you are just from Dixie and you moved away, this is still your hometown, your home neighborhood. This is still my home neighborhood. I grew up out here in Dixie, and anywhere I go, they'll ask me, where did you start? At Dixie.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm from Dixie. That's where I'm from. So even now, and I'll still come to the CDC meetings out here, because I have aunts out here, they're older, so I'm here to keep them going. But what's going to keep Dixie going is the younger generation.
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to have to sit down with some of the older generation, let them tell you all some things, form a coalition, get you some officers, foundation, and you're just going to have to fight it and don't stop.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I'm really not pleased with our city on how they treated Dixie, Rose City, Eastgate, Glenview, Ward 2, period.
Yes.
And the one mayor did tell me that this is a business district and they do not have a 15 or 20-year plan. So young people, hear me. If they don't have a 15 or 20-year plan, y'all got 15 years to get a plan together for them and take it down there to them.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's how I feel.
Yes, ma'am. Well, we thank you for your time, Ms.
Thank you
Conley.
for inviting me for the interview.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
did not realize Dixie was coming up on 100 years.
Likewise.
So this calls for a great celebration,
Yes, ma'am.
a grand celebration.
Yes, ma'am.
The city should be involved pushing it.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
have a community in our neighborhood that's turning 100 years old. Let's go out and celebrate it. So sometime when other people don't celebrate us, we got to celebrate ourselves.
I agree. Yes,
And I
ma'am.
appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate what Mr. Albertus is doing. You all are working on this Dixie Day 100. And I don't know what you've gotten, but I just hope everywhere you go and you ask someone to do an interview, I just really hope they do it, y'all, because she's doing this to get us on the map. Because everybody out here got some stories to tell.
Yes.
A book could be written.
Yes.
So again, thank you very much for inviting me. I did. My parents moved from Dixie, but Dixie will forever be my home. This is where I'm from.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
from Dixie by way of Glenview.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Owens.
Greetings.
Greetings.
It is 100 years for Dixie. Today is Dixie Day. It is just a lot of energy going on today. Thank you for sharing with us. Would you first please share your name and your family history as it relates to Dixie?
My name is Lonnie Lucas. My family history starts from started next door to this center
Okay.
on H. My memory, as I grow older, F Street, 903 North F Street, and 824. I think it's 24. F.
821.
821 F Street.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for that.
Yes, sir. And what is your fondest or greatest memory or memories of Dixie?
As a little boy going to church at Dixie Church of Christ, 916 8th Street, we used to have vacation Bible schools. We used to go on outings. We always had activities going on in the community.
Yes, sir.
To this day, a lot of the people that I went to church with that's not from the Dixie community, we still keep in touch sometimes. So,
Yes.
And we we watched each other grow up as their kids grow up,
Yes,
and our
sir.
kids grow up. So, that's one of the fondest memories. And also the park, Conley Park, that was the place, everybody
Right.
playing basketball, it was always something to do. You didn't have to worry about devices and
Right.
all that. It was always something to do.
Yes, sir.
We played football in the streets.
Yes, sir.
4th of July, we used to have our own little personal wars out in Dixie. Fishing for crawfish, and flood ditch,
Right.
playing in the towers. The fields were cut then.
Yes, sir.
That's when
Over there, yes.
the Carters, used to keep that. Jimmy Carter used to, he used to keep that field cut, and he farmed it, and it just it was a lot to do in Dixie.
Yes, sir.
And now that I'm older, I can sit back and be like, hey, I'm glad I did experience that, which taught me how to survive as an adult.
Yes, sir.
The freedom of being outside as a child versus, how society is today. So, fondest memories, it's a lot of them.
Yes, sir.
Dixie was a self-sufficient community because we had grocery stores, we had juke joints,
Yes, sir.
we had, pool balls,
Washington. Yes, sir.
Washington. We had everything in this community. You didn't even have to leave.
Yes, sir.
People actually had gardens. You can go with sister such and such might have had some potatoes growing, or somebody had a yard of greens, or sweet potato. Dixie had everything.
Yes, sir.
Although the soil is not the best soil out here.
And mud, too.
That gumbo, they call that gumbo. You can make pots out of it. But there's a lot of memories from Dixie.
Yes, sir.
As a child coming up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you shared just in your expression of your fondest memory what kind of community Dixie is, but just if you would share with us what kind of community specifically would you say Dixie is and why?
Dixie is a family-oriented community. One thing I can say about Dixie, you mentioned Dixie, everybody knows somebody that knows somebody from what street. What street you? All you got to mention the street. Oh, you with the Johnsons, or the Mitchells, or the Olivers. Of course, I didn't mention my family name. The Beavers on F and the Olivers on F.
Yes, sir.
That was my family. But somebody knew somebody. In Dixie, all you gotta do is mention Dixie. What street they stay on.
Right.
And you can tell the history from there.
Yes,
just
sir.
the street.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A lot has changed, old and new, in Dixie. If there was a new Dixie, what would that look like to you, and would you like to see it? Do you think that there's a new Dixie? And if so, again, what would that look like to you?
My honest opinion, the old Dixie is still here. Whether there be a new Dixie, I can't say. You know, there's things that I'm witnessing that's going on in the community, and it's like there's really nothing to be really done about it. You know, houses are being torn down, nothing replaced.
Right.
You can't get a loan from the bank to build because we're in a red line community. So to say if there's going to be a new Dixie, I can't say that.
Yes, sir.
I know the more houses that's tore down in the community, the more vulnerable the community is to being eminent domain and taken over by some developer or even the city.
Yes, sir.
And forcing people out. So yes, you know, we're 100 years old, but have we put in for our placard yet to label this city a historical landmark so it can be protected and then open up and allow us to you know, do that? I want to build out here.
Right.
I was forced out of Dixie.
Yes.
Although I still have property out here, and I still would like to build a house out here.
Right.
But to do it, I probably would get the runaround, you know,
Yes, sir.
for the type of house that I want to build.
Right. Yes, sir.
At the end of the day, if the opportunity arises and allow me to come back out here, yes, I will build in our community.
Yes, sir.
I would like to people that have lots out here to build and not just hold on to them. You know,
Right.
put something on them.
Right.
You know? Therefore, you know that's how you can build a community back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And last but not least, a very, very important question. If you could, if you will, please name 5 or more or less excellent individuals from Dixie, past or present.
My mom, Reva Lucas. My dad, James Lucas Sr. My grandparents, Annie, May Oliver, Fred Oliver. My grandfather and grandmother, Bertha and Hezekiah Beavers. You know, those are the people that I was raised on, raised me. You know?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
therefore, you know, with that kind of upbringing and background, allowed me to be the person that I am today.
Right.
So
Makes them excellent individuals. Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us again, Lonnie. It has been a pleasure. Dixie Centennial. Greetings. All right. If you would, please go ahead and tell us your name.
My name is Grace Marie Davis Stanley.
Grace Marie Davis Stanley.
Yes.
What is your family name in history as a part of Dixie?
My father's name was Robert Lee Davis. His mother's name was Mary Florence Turner. My grandfather was named Nathan Turner, and those are my aunts and uncles: Helen Ayers, Jimmy Lee Turner, B.B. Turner, Adolph Turner, Dorothy Ann Turner, Viola Turner. All of those were my father's siblings, and Modine Owens and Maybelle Turner.
Okay.
Those were his siblings.
All right. And your father is?
Robert Lee Davis.
Robert Lee Davis. Now,
He was the eldest child.
the eldest child. Now, do you have a fondest memory or recollection of Dixie?
I do. We lived on several streets in Dixie, but I do remember living on I Street.
Okay.
right behind the place where Earl Jr.'s store used to be.
Yes.
And there used to be a grocery store where we would go and shop and buy those, what they call rutboard cookies, for a penny a piece. And next door down the street from him was Marie Whitehead and family, and Booker T. I used to wash his white tennis shoes for 50 cents.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay. It tells you the times that we're in and
Yes.
times in reflection.
Yes.
And so, can you share with us the other streets that you lived on in Dixie?
Yes, we lived on G Street, and I was in the first grade, and I attended Woodson Elementary. And next door to us was the Kent family,
Okay.
who's related to the Yancey family,
Yes.
and who's related to, I can't remember. There's another family that they're related
To. Yes.
But
ma'am.
Willie Yancey
Okay.
was the grandmother that taught me in Sunday school.
Okay.
We attended Dixie Church of Christ
Yes.
on
ma'am.
8th Street in Dixie.
So I know this may be giving us some age, but we know we're 100 years this year.
Right.
Thankfully. What time frame would that have been with the Dixie Church of Christ being open and operating on 8th Street? Do you recall?
Well, there were two locations. The first one I don't recollect that one. That one started with my dad and his siblings on F Street,
Okay.
down the street from where they live. But the one on 8th Street, that one started with Brother Gilbert, Brother Robert L. James, Brother Props. They were all coming in and setting up the Church of Christ there on 8th Street.
Okay. That's good to know. Good to know. What kind of community would you say Dixie is, and why?
Now or then?
Both.
Back then, the type of community that it was is people seem to have cared about their neighbors. They looked after the children in the neighborhood, and we were not afraid to play in the yard. We were not afraid to walk around the block. We were not afraid to play in the street because we felt safe.
Yes.
And we felt that our neighbors were looking out for us.
Yes.
You know, we just lived together
Yes.
in that community.
Right. And now I know you don't live in Dixie now, but you
Right.
grew up in Dixie, so it's definitely totally different in a way
It
now when you maybe return. Have you returned to Dixie and you see a difference that you would like to see something new in Dixie?
I would like to see a lot of new things in Dixie.
Please share with us.
The community now, it's like it's almost unkept. And because the older generations have all begun to die out.
Yes.
And some of the children may not know the history of Dixie.
Yes.
And they don't treasure, the things that their parents did to establish that community.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, some facelifts have been done. The big ditch that was there, it's still there.
Yes.
But it's not quite as, I don't know. They did some irrigations and
Yes.
modified it.
Yes.
So, but I would like to see the homes that have been neglected,
Yes.
the homes that have been deserted. You know, the older people have died out, and there's no one to take over those properties. I would like to see that community set up an establishment where some of those homes can be recorded in history as part of, the upcoming community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And is there anything that you would like to share in relation to other things that you would like to see in Dixie in addition to that? If not, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, No, not at this time
Yes,
because
ma'am.
I've been away for many years.
Yes,
now.
ma'am. Yes,
So,
ma'am.
and I've only been to like one function since
Yes, ma'am.
I have
Departed.
departed. Yes. Uh-huh.
Understood. Understood. But still an excellent individual, and definitely one of the reasons why I'm glad that you chose to work
Right.
with us and do the documentary. Like you said, the children are not hearing the history of Dixie, and
right.
possibly not, feeling that it's worthy of the excellence that it is.
Right.
If you can, if you would, name 5 excellent individuals. If you can name more, that's fine, but at least 5 excellent individuals, past or present, from Dixie.
I'm going to start with the first one that I named, Willie Yancey.
Okay.
She lived across the street from the Dixie Church of Christ there
Yes,
on
ma'am.
8th Street. She was very instrumental in setting up a Sunday school class, which I thought was excellent.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And another one is the Owens family, of course.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Lucia Carter,
Okay.
who lived on I Street.
Okay.
Jimmy Carter, which was her brother.
Yes.
And the Burton family, which lived on I Street.
Okay.
And so some of them are still there.
Yes, ma'am.
The Conley family.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The Dobbins family.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there any particular reason why you consider them as excellent individuals?
Well, these were people that my family interacted with from time to time. And, there was no issues with them. And like I said, the neighbors took care of each other.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
so.
ma'am. Yes,
And they
ma'am.
just made an impact in my
Yes,
life
ma'am.
when I was growing up.
Yes, ma'am.
Of what kind of a neighborhood I wanted to live in and the kind of people that I wanted, to live in the community that I live.
Yes, ma'am. Well, we thank you so much for sharing. If there's anything else that you would like to share with us that you can remember in relation to Dixie, again, like I said, it's our 100 years.
Yes.
We're trying to commemorate, celebrate, and allow people to remember the excellent history that Dixie has created, built, and established for years.
Well, some things that I would like to see is the history. There's a lot of history in Dixie.
Yes.
And it does not need to be shut up. It does not need to be blotted out.
Yes.
Simply because, some of the elderly people are going on.
Yes, ma'am.
The children, they may not see the need in that, but there is always a need for history because history tells us where we came from, and sometimes it gives us directions of where we're going.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing, and I appreciate your time.
You're welcome, dear.